Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. So today we'll be doing a weekly forecast for the week of the 19th until the 23rd of October. It's looking like it's going to be a fruitful week, profitable week, and I'm hoping that most of you become profitable this week, especially after watching this video. So the first pair we're going to be looking at is the Great British Pound and the Japanese Yen. So we can see that from the daily chart, the market was moving in a fairly strong uptrend, lost momentum, and broke structure. So now what we see is that the market is actually having a bear bias. The bears are in control and there's a sell momentum going on. So when I zoom in on this pair, we can see when it comes to the 4-hour that we have a significant support resistance zone. So essentially what we're looking for this week is for the market to break through the zone. Let me make that black. Okay, so what we're looking for is the market to break through the zone to come back up, retest that key support resistance level, and essentially break down, right? And what could potentially happen as well, that the market could also break this second support resistance zone, come back up, retest, then shoot all the way back down. So you could get about 2 entries from this trade if it pans out, that is. And as you know, in invalidation of this, if the market would break through the downward channel resistance, okay, break through the downward channel resistance, come in, either retest on the downward channel resistance, now support, or come back to this horizontal support resistance zone and then start making its way back up. Yeah, so that would be the invalidation of the sell trade. Yeah, so that's all I'm looking for the Great British Pound and Japanese Yen. I'm going to be looking at a couple of pairs today, so this video might be a little bit longer than usual. And the second pair is the United States dollar with the Canadian dollar. Okay, so this one you see that we had a strong downtrend bias until that got broken, and it seems like the market is making its way back to the upside. Okay, so what we are looking for this week is for the market to do one of two things: come back to this support, giving us a retest and then make its way back up, or alternatively the market could come back up, come down and retest the now new support, then make its way back up. Okay, an invalidation of this, however, would be if the market breaks through this upward channel support right here, that one, and then if it comes back up to hit the resistance, the new horizontal resistance, and then essentially make its way back down. Alright, so that's what I'm looking for the EURCAD. Pretty simple trade, break and retest, nothing too fancy or wow about that. The next pair we'll be looking at is the United States dollar and the Japanese yen. So we see that we in a fairly wonky downward channel happening right now. So what I'm looking for is a sell trade, right? I want a sell bias. So if I try to break through this key support resistance zone, okay, come back up, give us a retest of this level, and then continue to way back down, finishing off the channel. Okay. Alternatively, the market continue to way back up, bounce off that resistance, horizontal resistance, also channel line resistance, and continue to way back down. Okay. An invalidation of this would be if the market moves back up, breaks through the downward channel resistance, okay, comes back down, either bouncing on the now downward channel support or that horizontal support resistance zone, and making its way back up. Alright, so that would be an invalidation of the USDJPY trade. Okay, the next pair we're going to be looking at is the Swiss franc and Japanese yen. Okay, I've got a sell bias on this. That's mainly because if you go to the daily, we see we're on a strong uptrend. That uptrend got, let me zoom in a bit. We're in a strong uptrend, right? That uptrend got broken when the bears got momentum of the market. We made a lower low, and now we're here making a higher low, right? So what I'm seeing is that the market should go back down to make another lower low, since we're in a downtrend and there's bearish momentum. So in order for us to validate this trade, we would need to wait for a break and retest of the key support resistance zone right here. Okay, break and retest of that zone, market comes back up, alright, and then continues its way back down, making that lower low. Okay, remember, downtrends are characterized by lower highs and lower lows. Alright, alternatively, the market could move back up, hit that horizontal support resistance zone or the channel resistance zone, and continue making its way back down. Okay, however, an invalidation of this would be if the market makes its way back up, breaking that channel resistance line and the horizontal resistance line. Okay, then coming back down to retest and then make its way back up. Okay, that would be an invalidation of the trade. Okay, so going on to our next pair, the Euro USD. So same thing, you can see that for the Euro USD, it had a strong uptrend, started losing steam and consolidating in this roundabout in this range. Then it started breaking through, forming lower lows and lower highs, signaling a downtrend. So all we're essentially looking for is a place where we could execute an entry, right? So one of two things could happen. The market could move back up, probably on Monday, hit that resistance line there, and channel resistance as well, then make its way back down. Okay, and you know that it could break through here again, come back up, giving you a second entry, make its way back down, then possibly break through here, come back up, give you a third entry, and make its way back down. Okay, so it potentially could have 3 entries of the Euro USD if the trade pans out this way. Okay, an invalidation of this is if the market would continue to move up. Alright, so if the euro for some reason gets strong this week, okay, break through the downward channel resistance as well as the horizontal resistance, come back down at the now used support of both the downward channel and horizontal, and then make its way back up. Okay, pretty simple things that we're looking for the Euro USD. Next pair we're going to look at is the EURCAD. So this pair we can see that I guess we could add a zone here where the market was essentially moving upwards, had a good uptrend for a couple of months, then it started losing steam and coming back down where the bears were in control of the market. Okay, then we get rid of that. So now what we're looking for essentially is one of two things. The market could go back up. Let me zoom in a bit. So the market could come back up, hit that key support resistance zone. Okay, then make its way back down. Could give you a second position there, continue moving. Okay, or essentially the market could just break there, making a now new resistance of the old support, and start making its way back down. Okay, actually a third alternative would be if the market comes right to the top, back to the top at the channel line resistance as well as the horizontal resistance, and then essentially make its way back down. Okay, and in invalidation of this, if the market would move all the way, break up there, break up that channel resistance as well as horizontal resistance, making them a new support, and then continue moving back up. Okay, so yeah, that's what you're looking for the EURCAD. Next pair we're looking for is the Euro Australian dollar. Okay, now with this pair, it's been consolidating since May, alright, and it looks like, well, hopefully this week it might break out of this consolidation on the upside. Okay, giving us good buy opportunities. Okay, so what I'm looking at there, the market to move back up, come back down, the now new support, and then continue its way back up, right? I've actually been waiting for this for a couple of months now, so it will be nice if it pans out. If it doesn't, I'll continue waiting. If it happens to break through, hit that resistance, and then make its way back down, I won't be trading that because I don't like trading inside consolidation zones. Alright, so that's potentially the only thing I'm looking for the euro and the Australian dollar. Okay, so the next pair is the euro and JPY. We can see with this pair when we go to the daily, okay, that we are in a strong uptrend. Alright, strong uptrend, that's easy to see. The pair lost steam, the bears came in control, and now we can see that we're forming lower lows and lower highs, signaling a downtrend. So what we're essentially looking for are sell opportunities unless proven otherwise. Okay, so the sell opportunity that we'll be looking for is one of three scenarios. The market, then we'll go to the 1 hour for this one. So the market could move back up, hit that resistance zone, make its way back down. Okay, alternatively, the market could move back in here, hit this resistance zone, the now new resistance, and make its way back down. Third alternative would be the market to move back up here, hitting that horizontal resistance as well as channel resistance, and making its way back down. Okay, I think those are pretty simple. And then an invalidation of this, however, would be if the market breaks through this downward channel resistance as well as the horizontal resistance, right, comes back down, at the now new support, then continues its way back up. Alright, so pretty simple stuff for the EURJPY. So the next pair that we'll be looking at will be the euro and the New Zealand dollar. Okay, so we can see that this pair is in a strong uptrend. Okay, if you come to the daily, you can see that it's been trending upward. Okay, it had a strong pullback, but you can see now it's continuing with a bullish momentum. Okay, from about September. So what we are looking for here is a break and retest of this resistance, making it a new support. Okay, here we go. The market will move back in, then make its way back up. First scenario. Second scenario, the market moves back down all the way to this horizontal support and channel support, then makes its way back up. Alright, an invalidation of this could be if the market moves back down, breaking that horizontal support as well as channel support. Okay, coming back in for the retest, then start moving back down. Okay, so that's what we'll be looking for the euro and the New Zealand dollar. The next pair we'll be looking at is the Australian dollar and the USD. So the overall bias for the Australian dollar is a sell. Okay, but you'll see with the technicals as well. So with the Australian dollar USD, we're in a strong uptrend. The market lost steam, the bears became in control. Now we're forming lower lows and lower highs, higher lows and lower lows, signaling a downtrend. So what we are looking for to execute is, first scenario, market could just move up there. Market could move up there, hitting that key resistance zone and make its way back down. Okay, or the market could break through that support, make it a new resistance and continue its way back down. Alternatively, the market could move up, hitting the channel, the downward channel resistance as well as horizontal resistance at that point, make its way back in and start moving downwards. Alright, that's our bias for the week, but an invalidation of this for me would be if the market comes all the way back up, right, and hits either resistance at this zone or the bottom zone. Let me make the invalidations in red. Sorry about that. So if the market comes back down, breaks those resistances, making them new supports, either the top one or the bottom one, then makes its way back up, that would be an invalidation of that trade. And yeah, that's it for the Australian dollar and the USD. Next pair is the Australian dollar and the Japanese yen. Okay, this one as well is a downward bias. As you can see, market was moving back up, lost steam, bears became in control, and now we're looking for an execution point right on the chart to take sells. Okay, so what are we potentially looking for? Firstly, the market could break through the support, making it a new resistance. Okay, come back to retest over here, then the market could continue to way back down. Secondly, the market could come back up, hit that resistance, and make its way back down. Okay, and the third scenario would be the market moves back up to this downward channel resistance and horizontal resistance, and essentially make its way back down. And an invalidation of this would be if the market moves up, okay, comes back down, and then after the retest continues its way back up. Okay, so that's what we're looking for the Australian dollar, the Japanese yen. The next pair is the Australian dollar and the Swiss franc. Kind of the same thing. Okay, we're in a downward channel now, making lower highs. We're in a downward channel, making lower highs. So what we're essentially looking for is a break of this. Let me zoom in a bit. Is a break of this support. Okay. The market could come back up and retest that key level and make its way back down. Right. Alternatively, yeah, so that's what I'm looking for at this point in time, because the market could also potentially come to this high over here, come all the way up there, retest, and then move back down. Okay. An invalidation of this, however, would be if the market moves all the way up, breaks those resistance zones, okay, comes back down at the now new support, and then shoots up. That would be an invalidation of the AUD and the Swiss franc. Then the Australian dollar and the Canadian dollar, similar situation. So what we're looking for ourselves, because we're making lower highs and lower lows right now, so we're looking for a break of the support zone, okay, and a retest of the now new resistance, and the continuation of the move, or alternatively the market could move back up, hit that resistance zone and continue to way back down. Or the third scenario, market could come in this region, hitting those channel supports as well as the horizontal support and making its way back down. Okay, the resistance, channel resistance and horizontal resistance. Or alternatively, the market could just break through all these resistances and make its way back down at the new support and shoot back up. Okay, so that's what we're looking for the Australian dollar and the Canadian dollar. And the last pair we'll be looking at is the Australian dollar and New Zealand dollar. So same story, we're in a downtrend, lower highs and lower lows. What we want to break and resistance of keys, break and retest of key support resistance levels. Okay. so the market could break through here at that key level, retest the level, then shoot back down. Alternatively, the market could come back, retest that resistance, make its way back down, or the third scenario could move all the way back up here, retest that horizontal resistance or channel resistance, and continue making its way back down. And the invalidation would be if it comes all the way, break through that resistance, making them now a new support, coming back to retest, then making its way back up. Yeah, so that's what we're looking for the Australian dollar and the New Zealand dollar. And yeah guys, that's it for the week. So these are the pairs I'm looking for, and hopefully every trade pans out, and I'm wishing you guys a successful trading week. Thanks for watching. Remember to like, share and subscribe. Bye.